For the home team, the Wetumpka Indians, they represent Class 6A, Region 3. They were the 2018 Region 3 champions and made it all the way to the semifinal game with a record of 11-3. Tim Perry is their head coach, beginning his 8th year at Wetumpka. Their school colors are black and gold, and their home stadium is known as Hohenberg Field. We welcome both of these teams to Veterans Memorial Stadium in Troy for tonight's Game 6 of the Troy Table Football Classic.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Movie Gallery Veterans Stadium in Troy, Alabama, where in just a few moments the Indians of Wetumpka High School go head-to-head with the Paul Bryant High School of Tuscaloosa. My name is Mike Amos. I'll be doing the play-by-play. A.J. Johnson is going to be doing our color. Of course, this is a beautiful, beautiful facility, Veteran Stadium right here in Troy. That we're high above the stadium, so everything's starting to blow off our desk, but we're trying to hold on. Right now, the temperature for this game is 77 degrees. The reason we're coming to you late is because of rain delays. We ran into several rain delays in the game before this one, but so far so good. The weather seems to be very nice. And A.J. Johnson, welcome to Troy, Alabama, my friend.
Sir, thank you. Well, I'm a student here, so this is very familiar.
Oh, well, that's great. And of course, A.J., you know quite a bit about Wetumpka High School.
Yes, sir.
You played there 3 years ago. Tell us about what we can expect from the Indians tonight.
Well, I think you're going to expect a very hard-fighting, strong effort team. Wetumpka cares a lot about football, and our players show that. They're going to play fast. They're going to play with passion. They're going to play with effort. And I think we're going to see a team that's extremely motivated out there, losing in the fourth round of the playoffs. So I think Wetumpka has something to prove this year.
Well, you can take a look, and we'd like to take a look at some of these players. Of course, Tuscaloosa, out of Paul Bryant, a pretty good name for a school.
Yes, sir.
Out of Tuscaloosa, looks to be much improved. Look, they dress over 90 players. Wetumpka looks like they dress over 90 players. And we're in for what I think will be an outstanding football game between two very good Class 6A teams. Of course, Wetumpka, coached by Tim Perry, he comes in with a 53-31 record in the last 8 years. Excellent coach. Tell us about him.
Well, he's a great guy. He's a man of Christ, has great character, and a true leader. When he came to Wetumpka, he said he wanted to deliver a championship, and that's his goal, and that's what he's working to do. Players respect him, which is an important thing in terms of winning games and winning the championship. But Coach Perry is a good guy, and he's an excellent coach.
Coach, tell us about some players that we should be watching tonight from Wetumpka.
Let's see. One of the guys you're definitely going to want to look into is the quarterback, Taquan Rawls. He's a 3-year starter, but 2-year starter at quarterback. He came in last season after Jadarius Martin tore his ACL doing some workouts. Great quarterback, great athlete. You're also going to see him on defense as well during the season. Another guy will be Terrence Thomas, our running back. He's a speedster. He's a guy who's went to state and track the last 3 years, and he's a fast guy. He's your jet sweep running back. Yeah. You're also going to have Malik Davis, who's going to play corner with us as well. He's also our slot receiver, another speed guy, a guy who's went to state, as well as another jet sweep kind of player.
Yeah. Another gentleman that just walked into our box, AJ, you know this guy pretty well.
Just a little bit.
Tell us a little bit about this guy sitting to my immediate left.
Right here you have Howell Johnson. He is the Booster Club president of Wetumpka High School. This is his 2nd year. He's a graduate of Jeff Davis High School, so he's a little bit away from home, but he's at Wetumpka. He loves it.
I'm home. Well, I'll tell you one thing. You two You're too young to be this guy's father.
Thank you.
Don't tell him that.
Tell us what's going on in Wetumpka High School, and I tell you what a great program they've built in the last 7-8 years. They were sending quarterbacks every year to Georgia Tech. Did they finally stop?
No, we still got a lot of quarterbacks to go. We got a lot of athletes at Wetumpka. We built a lot of talent, and I think Alabama will see a lot of talent come from Wetumpka in the near future. So we got a good quarterback coming up this year. We got a couple of good ones coming behind him. If you keep out Wetumpka, you'll see a lot of talent coming out here. I guarantee you.
Coach Perry's done a great job there, and of course they went all the way to the 4th round of the state playoffs last year, losing in a heartbreaker to Saraland, 22-21. I tell you, they know a little bit about winning at Wetumpka, don't they?
Oh yes, we do. You do. Oh, we'll be back this year. We're going all the way. We don't stop. We got some unfinished business going on right here. So,
one thing, dear Lord, stop the lightning. And of course, they ought to do a war dance out there with you Indians, because the other game was held up something like 2 hours because of lightning. And by rule, AJ, how does that lightning work?
I believe if after a couple of delays, they cancel the game, right?
Yeah, and of course, that game held this one up. What's your time right now? What time are we looking at?
Right now, I'm looking at 7:56.
7:56 of a game that was supposed to kick off at 6:30.
Yes, sir.
So, it wouldn't have surprised me if Tim Perry said, boys, load up, let's go back home. We'll stop by and eat a good meal, and we'll head back home. But thank goodness they wanted to play football, and it looks like we'll have quite a clash. You look at both these teams. Both teams look in very good shape. Of course, this is a spring game. People say, what are you doing playing football in May? Well, let me tell you this. 18 teams started this week Wednesday, and we had Columbia, Georgia, out of Atlanta, play Early County, a smaller school, and Early County was tough all year long. Look at this little extra point deal right down here.
Okay.
Turn down there and take a look at that. That's unusual. I don't believe I've ever seen that. What are they doing, trying to put pressure on him and make him kick it under pressure, or what?
That's what it looks like.
And, of course, a lot of fired-up coaches, and we're going to go over some of those. Columbia, Georgia beat Early County 30-20. Charles Henderson of Troy played the big school, Callaway, Georgia, who brought 108 players in here to play.
That's a good game.
On Wednesday. Charles Henderson varsity won that game 29-19. The junior varsity lost 14-0. On Thursday, Goshen defeated Geneva County of Hartford, and Slocum was upset by Bullock County, a team that's on the go right now. They've got a new coach and has done a great job. And the game that you just watched, Florella against Isabella, and Buddy Isabella had some players over there that were really good, but I thought Florella played a very good game too. And tonight's game, Wetumpka against Paul Bryant. You Johnston's, I know y'all believe in y'all's program, but I'm looking at a well-drilled Paul Bryant Stadium. They're coached by a guy that has been here for a while and is built quite a ball club, Eldrick. His name is Eldrick Hill.
Yes, sir.
Or am I right?
You're right, sir.
I've got everything blowing in my lap right now.
I understand.
Please be with me.
Well, we've heard good things about their program. We've actually been to Tuscaloosa multiple times with our track program as well as our football program. Last year we played Hillcrest Tuscaloosa. We played them the year before that as well. So we believe that Tuscaloosa has a lot of good football programs, and we don't take any team that we play out of Tuscaloosa lightly.
I'll tell you what, if you just look at them, you say one thing for sure: they're pretty. They are real pretty, and so is Wetumpka. Of course, Wetumpka under Coach Perry, like we were talking about earlier, he sent two quarterbacks to play Division I football at Georgia Tech. Do you remember those guys?
Yes, sir. Jamal Golden and Tevin.
Great wishbone quarterback.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tevin Washington.
He's a quarterback that wishbone quarterback that can throw it.
Yes, sir. And Jamal Golden, good thing about him, he beat Prattville twice, our big rivals. That was real
That's
good.
right, yeah.
Broke a 30-year losing streak, I believe.
Yeah. And then there was one either before or after Jamal Golden. Who was it?
The one after him would have been Kevin Lacey. He was like the 6'5" quarterback.
Yeah.
He was real good.
Went to Georgia Tech. I thought they sent two to.
Well, that would have been, Tevin Washington was before.
Washington. That's what I'm thinking about. Yeah. Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, tell us what y'all are trying to do to raise money and enhance interest at Wetumpka High School.
We got a lot of sponsorship. We go out to local businesses and local businesses sponsor Wetumpka Quarterback Club. We're always looking for someone to help fund the football team. Wetumpka Quarterback Club is the main funding for the football team.
Well, exactly right. And, of course, ladies and gentlemen, we're at Veterans Memorial Stadium in just a few moments. Hopefully, we're going to get this game in between the Wetumpka Indians and the Stampede of Paul Bryant High School of Tuscaloosa. We're about 4 minutes from kickoff time. And, of course, I'm excited about it. Everybody says, what are you doing playing football in May? But this is a very important time of the year for our team and a perfect way for a coach to analyze his ball club and see what he's going to have to do to win in 2019.
That's right.
And it's a good way to get us football fans through the spring as well.
No question about it. And of course, most of these kids are some of them even out of school already.
Yes, sir.
They're playing football, but very important. And of course, this 18-team jamboree, Mr. Johnson, this is sponsored by Troy Cable. It's called Troy Cable Spring Football Classic 2019. This is their fourth year. 18 teams, pretty impressive, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Very impressive.
Well,
we're happy to be here.
Yeah. Of course, you guys are quite familiar with Veterans Stadium, and what a wonderful mid-level Division 1A football stadium.
Yeah, it's a beautiful.
You won't find a pretty one anywhere. Let's go down to our left and pick up the end zone and go all the way around and show you this fabulous football stadium where Troy University plays football, and they've got a huge home schedule coming up this fall.
Yes, sir.
And of course, after winning 10 ball games the last 3 years, Troy University is expecting another great year under new head football coach Jim Linden. I want to appreciate you, Mr. Johnson, coming up. And one last word to the folks, to the fans.
I want to say one more thing. You know, Wetumpka had a starting linebacker play for Troy. Just graduated, Hunter Reese. So we have talent come from everywhere.
And he was a walk-on, and you're exactly right. He was a great player.
There's a great story behind that kid. He's a good athlete, excellent person.
No question about it. Take these. All right, let's let them pick it up. We're going to let you pick up the captains, and thank you so much for dropping by. Of course, we appreciate Coach Johnson.
Number 14, Howell Johnson, and number 50, Javarius Hoskins. Also, number 6 is the captain for Paul Bryant, Xavier Morrow.
We're trying to pick up some of those captains. You know the Wetumpka captains. You want to tell us who they are?
Yes, sir. Don't mind. One of the captains you saw was Taquan Rawls. He is starting quarterback for the Wetumpka Indians. He is number 6. Yes, sir. He is a 3-year starter. First year, he was a starting safety for the state championship runner-up in 2017. And then last year, he was the starting quarterback after Jadarius Martin got hurt.
Al Shipman Jr., number 14 for the Stampede of Paul Bryant.
Yes, sir.
And picking up some other guys there. What number? Of course, that's good footage right there from our camera crew.
Right there, you see number 26. 26, that's Hezekiah Nowden for Wetumpka.
We've already done them, haven't we?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get those Paul Bryant guys.
Paul Bryant guys. We have number 50, that is Javarius Hopkins. Number 6, we have Xavier Morrow. Number 10, we have Javian Edwards. And number 14, we have Ab Shipman.
Okay, and those are some of the guys to watch for.
Yes, sir.
in defeating the South End Zone.
And okay, did you get who won the?
Yes, sir. Paul Bryant won the coin toss and will be receiving the ball.
Prize for the playing of our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. National anthem being very nicely done here at Veterans Stadium. Mr. Knotts, come in here a minute.
Oh,
of course, tell everybody who you are and what your responsibility is for this football classic.
Nathan Knox, president of the Sports Boosters for Charles Henderson, here helping coordinate with Coach McCoy. Trying to get everything squared away for the teams, food, concessions, you name it. We're jack all trades, master of none.
I'll tell you what, y'all do a great job. I know all this delay have put a stupor on some of what you're trying to do, but you were held up almost 2 hours because of lightning. It makes it tough, but what time is it?
Makes it tough for play, but it also does great for the concessions.
No question about it. Yes, so you've sold a lot of hamburgers and hot dogs.
Yes,
y'all
sir.
did that on purpose.
Yes.
It's 8:06, and this kickoff was supposed to be at 6:30. But have you been pleased with the entire classic?
Absolutely. We've had a great turnout, and we've had some great ball games going on so far.
Now, quickly, tomorrow we've got a triple header with Hewitt, Trustful, and Robert E. Lee, Cordova, and W.S. Neal, and Colquitt County, Georgia, against Meridian. What a
That's going to be an outstanding matchup there.
Well, I know you're an old Georgia guy. You know all about Colquitt County, don't you?
Yes, sir. They're a strong team. They're always in the state playoffs.
Yeah.
So.
All right. I don't know if they're gonna run this back or they're gonna just catch it and.
No, it's a dead. Special teams is dead.
Boy, the Wetumpka kicker kicked it out of the end zone. So.
That kicker is on Zach.
Once again, congratulations. I know you, along with Troy Cable, Steve Camp, and it's the fourth year y'all been putting this on, and you've done a great job. This is a revenue maker for Charles Henderson High School, and again, I'd like to compliment Coach McCoy on a great effort yesterday or Wednesday against one of the top teams in Georgia, Callaway.
Yes, sir.
Callaway High School.
Yes, sir. And while we're talking about sponsors, I'd also like to thank the Marine Corps and the Air Force Special Ops folks for coming in.
Here's their quarterback. It's a foot race. It's a foot race. He is going to go all the way. Somebody got to dive. And finally, they knock him down at the 10-yard line.
Tackle made by Kenny Cole, a senior
that
linebacker.
Quarterback for Paul Bryant broke clean, and who finally got him?
That would be Kenny Cole, number 36.
Thank you for a great effort, my friend.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow here.
Yes,
That'll be first and goal.
Whatever.
Paul Bryant on the 10-yard line.
You need anything to drink or anything?
From where?
Drink.
Oh, no, we're fine. We're good. Thank you for all those drinks. Let me tell you, somebody furnished us with a lot of stuff. We appreciate it.
Yes, sir. I'll try to get something up here to you.
Exactly right. Of course, you're talking about Nathan Knotts. What a great job he does with this program here as a booster, as a parent. And tell us about this quarterback, man.
Wow, that that was an extreme burst of speed right there. That was, as well as a couple of missed powers.
You know, a guy that used to coach at Paul Bryant would say he's out of practice early for Wetumpka.
We have a flag on the play.
And this is that great quarterback that we were talking about. Well, it was Murphy, number 10. It was only a junior. Is that right?
Yes, sir. And we had a false start on Paul Bryant.
Now, was he playing quarterback or was he playing running back?
I think that was the quarterback.
That's what I thought. And I was thinking the quarterback was Rawls, but he's a running back.
Taquan Rawls. Well, actually, Paul Bryant is on offense right now.
No, okay, I'm getting them confused.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, it's spring football. So.
Well, it says Wetumpka, Taquan Rawls. All right. And of course, this is Paul W. Bryant. And I tell you something about that running back. He could run and took a fast guy to run him down. Who saved the touchdown?
That was Kenny Cole from Wetumpka.
Okay, I can't see that. Is that first down or second down?
That'll be second down and 7, I believe.
Second and 7. Now I'm going to be having to ask you to tell me these numbers. They're hard to find.
Pass off to number 1, and he will be stopped by number 5.
Yeah, all right. They got names now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's why we got a roster. Him and that pen do. All right, we'll break down that offensive line as soon as we can. Right now,
third and goal for the Wetumpka Indian 5-yard line.
From the Wetumpka 5-yard line. On a 3rd and goal. Early in the game, thanks to a huge run by and he throws incomplete. It looked like it was a catchable ball, wasn't it?
Yes, sir. Looks like it might have been slightly deflected by Kamari Murphy, number 18.
All right, they're going to bring in their field goal kicker. I'm still looking for one of my. The wind has just been created havoc. Is that ours or yours?
That's mine, but you can.
I don't know where mine went. We'll find it in a minute, though. All right, let's see who's kicking for.
Number 83, Jackson Leach.
Jackson Leach to kick it. It'll be about a 23-yard field goal attempt. Right in the middle of the field. Shouldn't be any problem. Snap back, place down, but it's partially blocked. No good. So big lift from the Indian defense. So they went a long ways to be stopped inside the 5-yard line.
Yes,
and a great effort on the part of this Wetumpka defense.
Sir, you bend but don't break.
Well, looking at the offensive line, give me the numbers for the offensive line.
The offensive line.
Or go ahead and call them out.
Number 61, you have
Caleb Harper.
Yes, sir. Number 56, Kobe Golson.
56, Golson. Is he the offensive tackle? 6'4", 305.
Number 55 is center, Benjamin Barker.
Who is that?
Benjamin Barker is center, number 55.
65?
55.
55, my bad. Okay, they'll take over at their own 20-yard line.
Taquan Rawls is back at quarterback.
And Wetumpka is in all black with white numerals. They're going to leave it with no name. He's going to throw it. And he's got him out there in the open. And he breaks the tackle. And he's going outside to about the 28-yard line. Tell me who they are after the play.
Right there, that was Taquan Rawls pass. Malik Davis, complete for 8 yards.
Malik Davis.
Going over the football is their center.
Benjamin
Barker. Second down and a short 2. They were not in the neutral zone, so no flag. 13 left on the play clock. Rawls throws right now to number 24. He gets his first down. Good tackle by number 25 for
about 3-yard gain.
Bob
number 24, Malik Davis.
Davis catches the football.
That'll be a first down for Wetumpka on the Indian 31-yard line.
All right, that center is number what?
Number 55, Benjamin
55, and that's Ben Barker.
Yes, sir.
5'11", 290-pounder. 4-man. And now he's going to keep it himself, and he breaks away all the way across the 45. They're going to get him at the 48 with another first down. And Rawls is everything you said he was, my friend.
He's fast, he's physical, and he's quick.
Well, he picks up enough yardage for an Indian first down.
So he got his first down, and Wetumpka driven quickly from their own 20-yard line, and they are already at 8:47. Definitely looking good. Triple wideouts at the top of your screen, single wideout at the bottom of your screen. He's going to throw right now, and he's incomplete. No call. Incomplete. Very close, though. Good defensive play that time by number 22, and that is Chase Davis.
And the intended receiver would be Howell Johnson, number 15.
Second down and 10. They've got to go to the 42-yard line of Paul Bryant for a first down. 4-man front. We'll leave it with his running back. Got room. He's got room galore, and he's going to get his first down. And they're going to mark it right at the 40-yard line. The
Terrence Thomas, the ball carrier.
Paul Bryant 40-yard line. I want to say Bear Bryant, but I'm not going to do that, I promise you.
That was Terrence Thomas on the carry. First and 10 Wetumpka on the 40-yard line.
Okay, right now, excellent drive by the Wetumpka Indians. They were 11-3 last year and look to be not miss a beat this year. Going to leave it again with running back and a great block off tackle. He turns the corner, and he's going to go inside, and they're going to mark him right at, well, actually, they're going to mark him at the 26-yard line. Another first down, and they're doing it by running the football, and they're doing it by throwing the football.
Yes, sir. Balanced attack. And I think that's one of the things Coach Perry is stressing this year. He wants to be more balanced.
Number 44 at linebacker, Matthew Porter, has already inserted himself, and he's only a freshman.
Sir. Right now, Wetumpka's in their empty set. Is going to motion the slot.
He's going to throw, and he's now in trouble. Rawls throws. He got him in wide open for a touchdown. Touchdown.
And that'll be number. That is Rawls to Timothy Johnson on his first career start for the Wetumpka touchdown.
Very, very good pass. 26 yards. And let's keep a running score on that. 26-yard touchdown pass from quarterback
Taquan
Rawls to that
Jaleel Johnson. Timothy Johnson.
And that number was
number 11. Now we have senior kicker Zach Grindle. Holder will be Gage Parkett.
Snap back touchdown. He kicks it up and he drills it.
Yes, sir.
He drills it. So with time out on the field, it is Wetumpka 7, Howell Bryant nothing. We'll be back to Movie Gallery Veterans Stadium in just a moment.
To recap the score,
good move.
It was a 26-yard touchdown pass from quarterback number 6.
Yeah,
Troy Cable Security Wi-Fi doorbell camera allows you to answer the door from your smartphone when you are at home, at work, or on the go. When a visitor presses the button, Troy Cable Security sends a live video feed to your smartphone so you can see, hear, and speak to the person at your door. With the doorbell camera, you can have your porch light turn on automatically when it detects motion at night to create the appearance that someone is at home. You can view video clips so you can always know who stopped by when you are out. Troy Cable Security. You love them, protect them. Troy Cable Security Wi-Fi
7 over Paul Bryant of Tuscaloosa.
Sir, and Zach Grindle, he's a kid who's started 3 years at kicking, so he's used to kicking off, he's used to kicking field goals, and he's used to punting.
And again, they will not run these back. Last time he kicked it in the end zone. Let's see if he does it again. This is a weapon to me.
This is going to be close.
And they're going to catch it. And
down to the 1.
They're not going to run it out, but they'll take it at the 20-yard line. and that's where Paul Bryant of Tuscaloosa, Alabama will start. You're watching on Facebook across the nation. You're watching on Facebook across the world. And ladies and gentlemen, yes, it's football from Troy, Alabama, the 4th annual Spring Football Classic brought to you by Troy Cablevision. And their sponsors. And, of course, this 18 teams started this classic, and we're down with just 3 or 6 more teams left to play. And we've got a great program for you tomorrow. 4-man Wetumpka front. They're going to leave it with their running back. He's going to go down immediately.
That'll be senior defensive end Tayshawn Traylor. Made the tackle on that play.
And, of course, in that all black, it makes them look rough and tough. I like those black uniforms.
Very nice, very nice.
Black with gold numerals. Big number 63 is one of the big, fine offensive linemen for...
That'll be Jacob Brown.
Yeah, Jacob Brown. Brown is 6'3", 338. He's a little small guy, isn't he?
Yes,
High backfield behind him. Gonna leave it with the big guy, and he can go. He's breaking a tackle, and now
and he
could go.
And there's a flag on the field.
And it looks like it's going to be a hold against Paul Bryant. Good effort, good run by number 4, their big tailback.
I believe that was number 14, holding Malik Davis at corner.
So that's going to back it up. They're going to penalize from the spot of the foul. So that'll be a 10-yard penalty. It will be second down and let's see, it'll be second down and 3 or 4. I like those pretty legs that referee's got. I tell you, notice these officials haven't missed many meals, I promise you.
I can tell you.
No question. Okay, they'll set it up second down and a yard.
Second and 1 for the Stampede at their own 29-yard line.
The Paul Bryant Stampede. I wonder how Coach Bryant would have liked that nickname.
I think he would have loved it.
Okay, their quarterback, of course, he's a good one.
Can explode at any moment. Let's see what he does.
And again, that big, powerful running back, running behind big number 74.
Roughly 6 yards, down to the 35-yard line.
74, believe it or not, is not listed on our roster, but he's a big, fine player. You know, I was counting eight in the box, and right now they don't expect Paul Bryant to throw the football. And again, they let him, this big number 1. This was Ray Lucky, 5'9", 178-pound running back. He looks bigger than that.
There's laundry on the field.
Some laundry on the field, and from that vantage point, I would say it's going to be holding against Paul Bryant. We'll have to wait and see. We're high above Veterans Stadium in Troy, Alabama, and we've got Spring Football Jamboree brought to you by Troy Cablevision, Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Bill Jackson Chevrolet, Ford now, Bill Jackson Chevrolet Ford. Bill Jackson had bought the Ford dealership here in Troy. And they're going to say now Wetumpka did the face mask job. And big break, AJ.
I didn't see it, so I'm not sure. Not sure what to say.
I felt something on my back. Surely they're not throwing water over the back room back there, are they?
Not sure.
Here comes that big guy again, and he's going to get 2, maybe 3.
He is definitely landing forward. He's getting 2 or 3 yards per game, and is doing a relatively good job. This old line is definitely moving the D-line at this point.
No question about it. Call it a gain of 2. We'll call it second and a long 8. We have Veterans Memorial Stadium in Troy, Alabama, home of Troy University. Now, this field will be uprooted next week, and a new floor will be put on this facility. And I call it a rug. We're getting a new rug.
A new rug.
And let's see, 33 was there for the
That'll be Trey
Indians.
Tucker.
And he's a hard-nosed football player, Trey Tucker.
Third down and 3 for the Stampede with the ball.
Third down and 3.
43.
Wetumpka leads 7-0 by way of some outstanding runs and throws by Tywan Rawls, their quarterback. Rawls is a senior. Is he signed with anybody? Here comes that big running back, and he can go. He can really go. He gets his first down. They're going to mark him about the 32-yard line. But I tell you, AJ, that's a powerful young man right there.
Yes, sir. He's falling forward.
And they've got him listed at 172. Shoot, he weighs 215 if he weighs an ounce. They got to be wrong there. Look how big that kid is.
Yeah, there.
The yellow socks and the yellow shoes belongs to their quarterback. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Who is that? Who you got him down to being?
That is number 10. That will be
got him across the middle. Intercepted. He could go. He could go if he gets the block right here. He could go. He could go. One man to beat. He's turning across field. 25, 20. He's running out of gas. He is going
down to the 1.
He goes all the way to the 2-yard line, saving a tackle. A touchdown was. We'll see it again on instant replay. That's the great thing about this.
That was Devontae Jericho, correct?
All right, now, what he does, he breaks a tackle right here, and then he turns it on once he makes that corner, and he just actually ran out of gas.
And a good job on the Indian defense on actually running down the field with him, trying to find someone to block.
All right, pronounce that word. That name is Devontae Jericho or what?
Jericho,
and he went a long ways with that one. In fact, I'm going to go back and I would say from the 32, that was about a 68-yard run.
Yes, sir.
Okay, they're going from the 2-yard line. Now we've got a timeout or delay a game. What do we got over here? You can see across the way a good-looking group.
Yeah, it looks like Paul Bryant had too many men on the field.
Okay, looking at it, they penalized them half the distance too, didn't they?
Yes, sir.
Now you got an encroachment, I think. Let's see what they're going to do here. They're going to call an encroachment against. Well, they don't. They don't call anything.
Then they're just trying to realign the ball. They moved it back like 5 inches.
Yeah. Again, way back there in the shotgun. I always think that if you're that close, he's in trouble. He throws. You know what he did? He's left-handed, but he turned around and threw that ball right-handed. You know what I'm saying?
I did.
But let me tell you this. Why on earth you're sitting there on the half-yard line? Why don't you let the quarterback take it from center and get a quarterback sneak? That was an uncalled for type play there, in my opinion.
So I agree with you. I think we're working on trying to be balanced.
Wetumpka trying to put some more points on the board. They lead 7-0 with 4:55 remaining here in the first quarter.
Terrence Thomas lined up in a wildcat position.
They're going to go off tackle. He's going to dive into the end zone for the touchdown. That was their quarterback, Taquan Rawls. Was that one or
that was Terrence Thomas on the wildcat?
Okay, that was running back Thomas. He was playing in the shotgun formation. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
1 yard. Grindle will attempt the extra point. Good snap, placed down, and it is good. And that was a live extra point if you ever seen one right there. No, it blocked. Number 6 for Paul Bryant, Xavier Morrow, the junior, 6'2", 231, dove in there and blocked that kick. So timeout on the field. The score now is Wetumpka 13, Paul Bryant of Tuscaloosa nothing. We'll be back to Veterans Memorial Stadium in Troy, Alabama.
Troy Cable Security Wi-Fi doorbell camera allows you to answer the door from your smartphone when you are at home, at work, or on the go. When a visitor presses the button, Troy Cable Security sends a live video feed to your smartphone so you can see, hear, and speak to the person at your door. With the doorbell camera, you can have your porch light turn on automatically when it detects motion at night to create the appearance that someone is at home. You can view video clips so you can always know who stopped by when you are out. Troy Cable Security. You love them, protect them.
Back to play here. Mike Amos along with A.J. Johnson from high above Veterans Stadium in Troy, Alabama, where the Wetumpka Indians lead 13-0 over Paul Bryant of Tuscaloosa, Alabama. All right, this one's going to go to the 5-yard line, and they'll place it at the 20. Of course, Zach, AJ, you're sort of used to this facility here because you go to school here. Is that right?
Yes, sir. I'm a junior history education major here.
And where's your home?
Wetumpka, Alabama.
Wetumpka, Alabama. Of course, you look like you played for somebody, didn't you?
Yes, sir. I played for Wetumpka back in 2016. Graduated from there a couple of years. I played O-line and middle linebacker.
What are you getting your degree in at Troy? And do you want to be a football coach? What do you want to do?
Yes, sir. No doubt. I'm interested in being a football coach, a history education major. My dream goal is eventually to be a head football coach at a high level, 6A program.
Is Troy a good place to go to school?
Oh, yes, sir, no doubt. Troy University is the international institution here of Alabama. We have great students.
There goes foot race. And he has finally gone out of bounds, knocked out of bounds. This guy can go now.
He is pushed out by Kamari Murphy, number 10.
Josh Hinton, and they've got him listed at 172. That guy, I'll say it again, weighs more than 172 pounds.
That's a misprint right there.
What is that?
Got to be.
So very good run. Very good run by that young man. Of course, Paul Bryant's been pretty impressive running football. One of the big linemen is number 60, Amir Turner, 5'11", 240. Again, they got a man in the H-back position and a slot man at the top of your screen. Now they're going to throw flags everywhere.
Old lineman fell off his stance.
Okay, and there's a big guy now. I'm trying to figure out what name he goes by. But there's one kid in that line that is huge. I'm talking about huge. It must be Menelo, 71, but I've got him at popcorn, drinks. Thank you, my friend.
Welcome.
Boy, I tell you, what a nice gesture that was, bringing us popcorn. And
very nice.
This is the movies, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
He's going to be short of first down yardage.
Oh, no.
Wait a minute.
He's going to run.
Clean. Somebody's going to finally get him.
Wow.
Number 6.
Taquan Rawls will stop that carry.
Rawls makes a game-saving tackle, so evidently his knee didn't hit. I'd like to see a replay. On this one. Let's see if we got it.
First off, you got to make the tackle.
Here's the replay. All right, did he go down or not?
Oh.
No, I never did. Did you see him go down?
No, sir.
This is number 1, is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right, go real closely here.
It kind of reminds me of that play in the Auburn National Championship game a couple years ago with Michael
I remember that. That's right.
He was close enough, but not all the way.
Exactly
Look at
right.
that.
Big effort here. Here he goes again.
Barely.
He turns outside and he's going to get positive yardage. He's a good back, too. Ray Lucky, a 5'9", 178-pound junior. And Lucky has really come in here and made this offense go. 14 is your wide out. That is Al Shipman Jr. Big number 63 is your left tackle, and his name is Jacob Brown. The Stampede has the football, second down and 4. And there it goes again, and now we got I thought I heard a whistle. But now he is going to be close to a first down. They're going to mark him now back at the 7-yard line.
Yes, sir. 3rd and 2.
Rushing into the game defensively is Brent Tonio Stoudemire, the big defensive tackle for Wetumpka. Wetumpka's got to make something happen here. They run him again, and he can run, but he is going to be right at the first down. I believe he got it. They're going to mark him right at the 5-yard line. So first down and a touchdown here. Look at this camera worker. Look at this great camera work. Number 5 is a Wetumpka linebacker, and that's Tyson Traylor. Number 20 is a defensive back, and that is Dylan Price, along with number 43, a linebacker, and that is Lamarius Jackson. I love this view. Number 19 is defensive back, Miles Ross. First and goal from the 5. They're going to give it to that guy again, and he's going to go inside, but getting up off the field, off the play.
Second and goal.
And did you get that tackle?
I think that tackle was on number 33, Trey Tucker.
Okay, gain of 2 on the play. High snap, but he got it to him, and look at this guy go. He's very close. Ooh. Very close. Let's watch it.
Judgment call.
Paul Bryant thinks they got it. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Paul Bryant.
Touchdown, Paul Bryant. And the Stampede has gone. They went 80 yards for that touchdown. 80 yards. And bringing it in, and I tell you what, they got totally rejuvenated, if you want to use that word, when Ray Lucky came into the game.
Yes, sir.
Don't you agree?
I believe so.
And Lucky found a way to get in the end zone.
Jackson
Leach will kick the extra point. It's a good time to work these programs out. Snap back, places down, and it's live, and it is good. In the coach's office, right below the insurance side is Coach Chip Lindsey's office. He gets a lot of kicks in there.
I believe so.
I wonder if he gets to take home the footballs.
I bet he does.
We're going to be back in just a moment to more football from Troy, Alabama, and the 4th annual Spring Football Classic, sponsored by Troy Cablevision.
Troy Cable Security Wi-Fi doorbell camera allows you to answer the door from your smartphone when you are at home, at work, or on the go. When a visitor presses the button, Troy Cable Security sends a live video feed to your smartphone so you can see, hear, and speak to the person at your door. With the doorbell camera, you can have your porch light turn on automatically when it detects motion at night to create the appearance that someone is at home. You can view video clips so you can always know who stopped by when you are out. Troy Cable Security. You love them, protect them.
One player back.
I'm guessing since it's not live, they're just not going to bring out the whole thing.
All right, back to Veterans Stadium, and Tuscaloosa or Bryant will kick off, and they're going to kick to the 15, and that's where the ball will be down, and they'll because it was inside 20 yards, they'll put it at the 20-yard line, and that's where the Wetumpka Indians, led by a guy named Taquan Rawls, and I think this Rawls, has he already committed to anybody?
Not yet.
But he's got the ability to be a Division I prospect.
Oh, there's no doubt. I believe a lot of colleges are looking at him as a defensive player and as an offensive player. So we'll see what happens.
Wetumpka, all black with gold numerals, and he's going to keep it himself, and he's going to go down on a big tackle by number 8, and that was Cameron Ellis.
Number 6, Taquan Rawls.
And Ellis, they've got him listed
2 yards.
as an 8th grader. Surely that can't be true, but he made the tackle. At least that's what these eyes saw. There's your quarterback, Rawls, number 6.
Yes, sir. Hands off to Thomas.
And that good footage right there.
Oh, wow.
And of course, 32 for Paul Bryant made the tackle. That was Kerry Odom. I'm impressed with Paul Bryant.
I really am as well.
They were 5-5 last year, but this is a pretty good football team.
Yes, sir. Their running game looks excellent. Their offensive line is doing a good job, and defense is playing
Number
ball.
44, Matthew Porter, another freshman, has been all over the field. 5'11", 194. Single back behind Rawls. He's going to throw, but he's receiving pressure.
Oh.
He is going to throw, and it is complete. But he falls short of first down yardage. This is a big play here.
What do you call?
It's short of first play. Is it fourth down or third down? Fourth down and
fourth down and a couple inches.
What do you do here now? This is a jamboree. It doesn't count on your schedule. I would be, but I believe they're going to kick it.
Yeah, this isn't the third round of the playoffs.
You talk about respect now. This is a great show of respect. Or did it? Wait a minute.
I think Wetumpka's bringing out their punt team.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, sir.
They're going to back up. This is 45.
Zach Grindle, the third-year punter, set the punt.
Yeah. How many? About 90. Wetumpka dressed about 90. How many they dress? You know.
Roughly 90 players. We normally have 90 players each season.
Yeah, that's very, very good for your program. That many players.
And that's really what you have to have as a sixth grade.
Grindle kicks it a mile, and they're going to have to play it around the 25, 26-yard line.
Yes, sir.
And that's where Paul Bryant will start. It's hard for me to say Paul Bryant. How about Paul Bear Bryant? How about Bear Bryant? How about Coach Bryant or whatever? But Paul Bryant.
Yeah, you want to put the bear in there somewhere.
Yeah. I'm still amazed at how big this number 63 is. His name is Jacob Brown. He's 6'3", 338 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the first quarter of play with the score. With the score, Wetumpka 13, Paul Bryant 7. Another thing they do, they feed all these players too.
Yeah. Number 63 is going to have to get him 2 meals.
I know it. I'm going good here.
Do you want to get the whole, let me name the whole Wetumpka coaching staff when we come out of half?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Whenever.
I've been working for this my whole life. The chance to relax on the open water. With my financial institution, Max, not a cheap chicken can comes dividends.
All right, looks like it's going to be a first down and 10 for Paul Bryant on their own 31-yard line.
And of course, they were very impressive on their last drive, driving 80 yards for a touchdown. And they led by a running back, number 1, and his name is Ray Lucky. He's a running back, 5'9", 178. And now they're going to penalize something for some reason. I don't know what it is.
I believe the referee spotted the ball.
Okay,
5
that's
yards
right.
up.
Okay, that's right. First and 10 for the white-clad Stampede.
Pass off to number 1 again.
He's trying to find it.
He's going to flip around.
He's going to be in trouble, and you know who got him, don't you?
Number 20.
Oh, God,
That'll be Dylan Price, a freshman.
And he sure is. He's a player. He might be another one of my buddies. Of course, tell us about the great player that played here at Troy from Wetumpka that
Hunter
walked
Reese.
on here.
Yes, sir. Hunter Reese played football with Wetumpka back in from 2012 to 2014. Great athlete and great story too. He didn't have D1 offers like a lot of other athletes from Wetumpka have in the past. But he decided he wanted to walk on and play football at Troy University. And he made the decision, came to Troy, went through the process. And I believe it was his sophomore year in 2016, and he got offered a scholarship, and he started for Troy for a couple
Boy,
years.
game tackling defense. And number 20 was there again. And, of course, that young man, the running back, was number 4. That was Hinton, wasn't it? Josh Hinton, number 4 running back?
Yes, sir.
And another thing on a sad note, we lost one of our players who had all the promise in the world as a player at Troy, was killed in a car wreck between Troy and Wetumpka. Can you tell us about that?
Corey, yes, sir. I believe Corey played football for Hopeville High School in high school.
Oh, hopefully. He didn't go to Wetumpka then, did he? Okay.
But I did know of him. He used to go discus for the track team, and our track programs were actually together during that time period, so I actually got to meet him. And he was a good guy, high energy, overall cool guy.
Hinton was stopped at the line of scrimmage, so very good defensive effort this time for Wetumpka. Nothing like that 80-yard drive.
Yeah, I think defensive coordinator Howell Johnson, he probably really got into his defensive linemen, told them they had to tighten up, and that's his position group. He takes pride in that, and I believe his players stepped up to the call.
No question about it.
And coaching the rest of the defense, you have Desmond Knight coaching the safeties. You have Michael Deesme coaching the corners. And on the offensive coaching staff for Wetumpka, you have Jamel Bell coaching the receivers, Greg Baker coaching the offensive line, and Byron Gaston coaching the running backs. And Tim Perry is the quarterback coach.
10:22 left to play here in the second quarter of a rain-delayed game. Of course, the teams that played before this, Isabella and the Florella team had to wait 2 hours for lightning delays, and man, that has created havoc among the football teams everywhere.
Sure.
Big number 50 is going in at a guard position.
Looks like we also have a change here at quarterback. Sophomore Brandon Bowman is coming in now at quarterback. And he has a similar skill set as Taquan Rawls as well. He's very fast, very shifty, and also overall good kid, high character. He is the backup quarterback for Wetumpka. He's going to drop back. He's going to catch the quarterback draw, and he's going to run it.
Good tackling there at that time. 42 was there for Paul Bryant. That was Fowler, Killian Fowler, and number 44, Matthew Porter.
All right, now it's going to be 2nd and 6 for Wetumpka. Like I said, Bowman's back at quarterback. Thomas is at running back.
He's going to throw, but Dave's going to break clean. And they go down on a great open field tackle by number 20 for Howell Johnson, Denzel Mosley.
And there goes that vision for Brandon Bowman right there. He saw there was nothing down the field, so he went and took off and used his legs. Smart play.
3rd and 4 for the Indians.
Thomas is a senior, 6 foot 197. And they're going to leave it with him this time, and he is going to be, I believe, short. He's going to be short of first down yardage.
I only think he got a yard.
And good defense that time, getting up off the pile was number 50, and that was Hoskins, along with several others.
All right, so it looks like it's going to be a 4th down and 2, and it looks like the Indians are set to go for it.
Big play in this game right here.
Yes, sir.
That big linebacker won't, and that's number 6. His name is Xavier Mara. He's the horse, that linebacker there, number 6. And they're going to run it, and he's going to keep it to himself. He's going to get his first down. He's still going. He's still going all the way inside the 25 to the 22-yard line. First down, Wetumpka.
And that is a play you're going to see a lot with Brandon Bowman, the read option and him keeping it. He's a very fast athlete, and it's very hard to cover him. So you're going to see that a lot.
No question about it. Big number 56 over the center, and he's played well already in this game. and that is
Kobe Golson.
Yeah, Golson, yeah. And they stepped out of bounds. They're not going to. He's not going to mark it there, though. They say he went all the way to the rail, right at the 15-yard line.
It was like a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, excellent. Actually, more than a 3-yard gain that time. That's about a 7-yard gain. Looked like to me. If that was a first down at the time. Second down now and 4, or short 4. We're at Veterans Memorial Stadium in Troy, where you're watching Spring Classic Football, brought to you by Troy Cablevision and numerous sponsors for tonight's game. Inside the handoff, and he is going to go down. Good. Exactly. Number 53 was one of those guys. Delaney Evans. Looking at their front, and boy, it's a big, fine front. That tackle on this side is a big guy. Call it, is that second down or third down?
Third down, it looks like 4 to me.
Okay, and they got to reach the 12-yard line of...
It's like he jumped the snap.
And he's going down, man, I tell you.
Quarterback is tackled in the backfield. Number 53 for Paul Bryant, making the stop, Delaney Evans.
Delaney Evans making the tackle. A big play there for Paul Bryant. I tell you, of course, number 20 is another one of those linebackers. His name is Denzel Mosley.
4th and 9 for the Indians.
Was also there on the team. That 44 has just been everywhere. Matthew Porter.
Yeah, their linebackers are definitely shooting the gaps, and they're getting into the backfield.
Okay, let's see what they do on 4th down now. Surprised me a little bit they don't kick the field goal here. They might look into that right now. Coach Perry, is this him right here? Let's stay with it. Let's stay with it. Let's go into the Wetumpka huddle, if you will. And here they are right here. Tell us a little bit about this team, AJ.
Yes, sir. Well, this is Coach Perry on his 8th season at Wetumpka. Like I said, in the past couple of years, Wetumpka has had some extreme success. Back-to-back region champions. And we're in a tough region. We have Opelika, we have Stanhope Elmore, Calera.
You got Prattville too, don't you?
Well, Prattville's our rival, so we're going to play them every year, but they're not in our region. We also have Selma as well as Benjamin Russell in our region. So a lot of tough competition Wetumpka has to play, and you have to be ready from week 1. And the Indians have to travel to Fairhope. They have Dothan as well. So there's no room to struggle in the
Now, your big rival, though, has got to be Stanhope, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Stanhope Elmore and Prattville High School.
Boy, they're right there next to you, too, aren't they?
Yes, sir. Those Friday nights in Wetumpka, when you have Wetumpka versus Prattville, those are great days. You can't find a seat in the stadium.
4th and 9. They've got to reach the 12-yard line of Paul Bryant. Now they call timeout again.
Yes.
Back-to-back timeouts. Of course, Wetumpka, fast-growing area outside of Montgomery, and a lot of people live out in that area, and the same way to Prattville, and it wouldn't surprise me that Wetumpka be 7A before you know it.
Yes, sir. We're a very fast-growing area. Our Mayor Jerry Willis does an excellent job at providing growth. And our downtown is being revitalized right now, so Wetumpka is going to continue to grow. The city is very beautiful. We have the Coosa River that goes right through the middle. We have the Impact Crater as well to our east.
Yeah.
So
People don't realize that a meteorite hit that area years and years ago.
Yes, sir.
It made that big hole. Bobby Murchison, a good friend of mine from Wetumpka, and he's probably watching our telecast tonight. Bobby, hope you're doing well, my good friend.
Go Indians.
And they're going to throw it. They said he got pressure all over him, but he got it out there. Great play.
Completes the pass, but he gets no yards.
I'm going to tell you now, that was that number, what, 5?
Number 6 again.
Number 6. And his name is Xavier Morrow. Let me tell you, this is a good football team.
Yeah, Paul Bryant is no joke.
In fact, we've got 2 good football teams, ladies and gentlemen, here tonight. With 11:01 left to play in the second quarter, Wetumpka leads 13-7. So these are 2 first-class 6A programs right here.
Yes, sir. I think we have 2 playoff teams playing the game right now.
Now, Tuscaloosa now also has Paul Bryant, and the other team across town is pretty good now, too.
Yes, sir. I believe it's Hillcrest.
Hillcrest,
Tuscaloosa. And actually, Wetumpka's played them the last last 2 years in the playoffs.
4-man front. He's going to throw. The left-handed quarterback's going to throw. Got him out there.
Ooh, so
got him out there complete. Excellent throw and catch that time. And now we got a problem. Buddy, let me tell you, number 61, the tackle, and that was Cameron Owens, just floored his guy. And you're talking about a pancake. You can't pick it up. But I thought this route was a perfect route.
Perfect route. It was wide open. It was perfect.
And there, Al Shuman Jr. Ran the route, and the quarterback, number 10, Edwards laid it right in there. Ball is right at their own 44. They give it to that running back. He breaks the tackle. Again, that young 35 for Wetumpka made the tackle.
The Kirkland Leonard.
Yeah, Leonard.
Number 1, Ray Lucky, the ball carrier.
I tell you, Lucky, they're bearing down on him a little bit now, but boy, he ran loose on that.
And he's not going down with one person. You're going to have to hit him with 2 to 3
Trip
people.
wideouts now at the bottom of your screen, long wide out at the top. A lot of times this means man coverage. You're going to throw right now. This is Southern, and he is going to get his first down as he fights his way inside the 45 to the 44-yard line. And that guy was impressive, number 7. Jadarius Gray.
And here comes some subs for the Indians. Number 52, Stephen Nolan, as well as number 25, Rick Tony Stoudemire.
No question about it. Big number 74. Again, we do not have his name on our roster. Number 9, right now at the bottom of your screen, is Lance Wesley. 1st and 10. Again, he's going to throw. He's left-handed. He's going to throw, and he's going to throw it out of bounds. He was outside the hash marks. And pretty heady quarterback. He's walking with a limp. I don't know if he's hurt or not, but he's walking with a limp.
It looks like we have an injury on the field. I believe that is there's the O-lineman.
Number 18 is a wide receiver, and that's Kendall Curry. And then the wide receiver, the top of your screen, is that 28, 29? What is that?
29. That would be. Don't
have his name either. But we do have an injured player. I don't know if you watched any of the other games on Troy Cable on the Facebook. Did you do that?
Yes, sir, I did.
What did you think about the camera work? Some of these folks were working the camera for the first time ever.
Yes, sir. They're doing an excellent job.
The additional cameras make it really nice, doesn't it?
Yes, sir.
I tell you, another guy that's had a real good game is Tabar Smith. He's a linebacker, a senior, 5'9", 170, that's been all over the field.
Yes, sir.
And let's go down on that guy, number 20. I bet he doesn't weigh 150 pounds, but he is a player. His name's Dylan Price, 6 foot. They got him at 175 pounds a yard, but he's been all over the field.
Yes, sir. And that is a freshman. This is his first experience on the varsity level.
45, Zach Grindle. Is that Grindle in there playing defense? Or?
Yes, sir. Zach Grindle, he is a kicker, but his priority.
All right, he's got outside. He's gone. Foot race. He's got to turn the corner, and he does. And hit it out of bounds. And that official was standing right there and did not call the hit out of bounds.
Ooh.
But they've got it on the 18-yard line and first down. And again, Dixon. The young man, Lucky, is just running roughshod right now over a very good Wetumpka team.
Yes, sir. This kid is destroying our defense.
I noticed that number 10, your quarterback, or Kamar Murphy, has played a lot in there tonight.
Yes, sir.
1st and 10. They reach the 9. There he goes again, the other running back, and he's a power back, and he runs right behind his blockers, and he gets about 7 yards to the 12-yard line. Rushing into the game for Wetumpka is number 33, Trey Tucker, 5'11", or 6 foot, 210-pound linebacker. And also number 5 comes rushing into the game. That's Tassan Trela. And is there going to be a flag there?
Yes, sir.
Too many players on the field or what?
Looks like he was behind the line of scrimmage when the ball was snapped.
Again, here comes Rawls in to play defense. And, you know, gosh, everybody says they want to play people from. I like the idea of having the best players on the field, especially in a situation like this. That's going to give them their first down right here.
Critical game situations, you want to have the best 11 on the field.
First down, first and goal, Paul Bryant.
74. And they're going to leave it with him again. And look here, he's running behind. Great blocking. He's very close. Touchdown. Touchdown. So.
And we are tied.
And another long drive.
Here's the ball just inside the 1 yard line.
From the 25-yard line, they drove 75 yards thanks to a lot of great runs by Ray Lucky, their junior running back, 5'9", 180. And then their other running back, Josh Hinton, they got him listed at 172. That's hard to believe. Okay, a 3-yard touchdown run. And that was, I believe, was that Lucky or Henry?
Actually, I don't believe they called a touchdown.
Oh, that's right. It didn't. All right.
Yeah,
but didn't you see him go up with his hands? But they're going to run it inside. And he stopped on a great defensive play.
Number 4, Josh hit the ball.
And you know who that was? That was number 6, Taquan Rawls, that made that tackle.
The quarterback.
Yeah, that's right. And then, you know, that's why you play your best players. Right. You know, he came in first time tonight on defense. Second and goal from the 1. Look for a quarterback sneak here. Everybody plays these shotguns, but anybody that doesn't have a quarterback sneak in their offensive plan is making a mistake. I mean, you don't run 6 or 7 yards deep from 1 foot. And that's what they're doing.
That's what they're doing.
And he does find his way in there.
They do score, though. They do score.
I tell you what, I don't know which back's the best. It's 4 or 1. This kid, Hinton, is playing his heart out, and so is Lucky. But we've got a final with 4:14 left to play here the first half. It is now Paul Bryant, 13. And we got an extra point coming up. Wetumpka 13. And let's see, take a look. Number 10 will hold, and that is Sylvanian Edwards. And the kicker is, and then we've got a whistle. And I believe we got a timeout.
Yes, that'll be a timeout on Paul Bryant.
Coach Paul Bryant uses a timeout on the extra point. But this is very important, I'm sure. And, of course, tell us about the defense coordinator waiting for his defense to come over here.
So that'll be defense coordinator Tyler Johnson. I believe this is his 6th year on the job as defense coordinator. He was hired, well, actually, he's been at Wetumpka for 8 years, but the last 6 years he's been a defensive coordinator. He was hired on with Coach Perry as well. Very good guy, very smart, intelligent defensive coordinator. He's all about, he likes to play a lot of coverage and likes to run a lot of blitzes. I believe that's Desmond Knight as well, the safeties coach, that's also talking with his DBs. I believe he's talking to Taquan Rawls. Yes, sir.
Troy, Alabama, the site of the Troy Cable Spring Football Jamboree, or Classic, from beautiful Veterans Stadium here in Troy, where the Troy University Trojans have been very successful for the last 3 years, winning 10 games in the last 3 years.
Now, Coach Brown did an excellent job when he was here at Troy. Even beating LSU in 2017.
No question about it.
Great experience.
High snap, and he kicked it through.
That's good.
He kicked it through. So with timeout on the field, score now, Paul Bryant 14, Wetumpka 13. We'll be back to Veterans Memorial Stadium in Troy in just a moment.
to recount the scoring a 1-yard run.
Troy Cable Security Wi-Fi doorbell camera allows you to answer the door from your smartphone when you are at home, at work, or on the go. When a visitor presses the button, Troy Cable Security sends a live video feed to your smartphone so you can see, hear, and speak to the person at your door. With the doorbell camera, you can have your porch light turn on automatically when it detects motion at night to create the appearance that someone is at home. You can view video clips so you can always know who stopped by when you are out. Troy Cable Security. You love them, protect them.
If you don't know what Property Brothers Buying and Selling is, where have you been all your life? Oh! I handle house hunt. Jonathan handles design. Come on in. This is your house.
All new Property Brothers Buying and Selling. Wednesday night at 9 on HGTV.
From the creators of Live PD. Real heroes. Real rescues.
Back to Veterans Stadium, Mike Amos along with A.J. Johnson from high above beautiful Veterans Stadium in Troy, where you're watching spring football, a big, huge spring football classic that has been with 18 teams in Troy this week to play football. And this kick will be a short one, and it'll go down about the 17-yard line. They'll spot it at the 20, where Wetumpka will have the football. AJ with 4-14, and I'll tell you right now, the momentum looks to be on the side of the team in white.
Yes,
they have scored the last 2 touchdowns. And
like it's been a tale of 2 quarters.
And I tell you what, they're playing good defense, but with these 2 running backs, it makes them awfully tough. So this is a big series here, and they're going to come out with a number 13 at quarterback.
Number 17, Brandon
17,
Bowman.
Okay, 17.
I believe you have your 2s in from Wetumpka. And I believe that's Josh Allen, the senior running back in. You got a motion.
And this guy's going down, buddy. Big defensive play there. Who is that big guy?
Number 93, I believe. That is
93.
Austin Owens Jr.
Boy, he made a play, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
And he's a big kid, too. 6'1", 255.
All right, so we're switching up the receivers. I believe that is Rudarius Anthony and Willie Sagers, as well as Stone Midfield at the bottom and trips, and you have Jalen Johnson at the top.
Oh,
it's a bad snap.
Good effort to get that ball back.
Bowman is going to
down.
get sacked.
And again, is that 65 or 55?
Could not tell.
Paul Bryant Stampede.
Boy, that was another big play. I want to say that's Trent Carter, I want to say. But he made a big effort.
3rd and 23.
Number 13 is Rudarius Anthony, a wide receiver at the bottom of your screen.
Yes, sir.
Right now, trip wide out to the bottom of your screen. Single wide out at the top. Man coverage at the top of your screen.
Bowman's
He's going to keep it himself. And he is going to go down, swarming white jersey. 77 was there.
Like about a 6-yard gain.
We don't have him listed. 26 is rushing in the game. 76, excuse me. That is.
Now it looks like the Indians will be sitting out there punting Zach Grinnell to punt the football.
So right now, with 2:26 remaining in the first half, we've got quite a football game for you. Wetumpka and Paul Bryant of Tuscaloosa going at it. 2 outstanding 6A programs. All right, now, tell me who y'all have to beat in your region. You're Region 3?
Yes, sir. We're in Region 3. In our region, we have, well, actually, I can go through the schedule for you.
Do. That'd be good.
Week 1 on August the 23rd, the Wetumpka will be traveling to Fairhope. Week 2 on August the 30th, Wetumpka will be traveling to the new Dalton High School.
Oh, boy.
Yes, sir. Now, the thing about that game, that location has not been confirmed yet, but we do believe that it'll be the Indians traveling to Dalton.
Okay.
September the 6th, the Indians will travel up to the Birmingham area to play against Calera, which will be our first region game. September the 13th, you'll have the Indians playing against
Calera now, 6A?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's fast growing, isn't it?
Yes, they are. Very similar city to Wetumpka. They're fast, rapidly growing.
Yeah.
Then week 4, September the 13th, you have another region game. Is the Indians traveling to Opelika.
Well, they got good field position starting at the 50-yard line. They're going to give it to that running back again.
And
this is a different one. I believe this is number 5. And I've got him as Evans, Jordan Evans. I think that's the one. That's one of the tough things about getting old. You get where you can't see these numbers.
I do not look forward to that.
It picks up about 4 yards.
So I think it's going to be a 2nd and 6 from
They've got to be concerned about the clock. 1:20, 1:15. Left to play in the half. They need to throw it here.
1 to 2 timeouts, I think.
But they're leaving it on the ground, and he's going to turn the corner and be knocked out of bounds.
By Taquan Rawls as well as Kenny Cole.
They're going to give him right at the first down, and I believe he's got the first down. Let me tell you, officials unconsciously, you watch a game after game, even in the pros, if they can spot it right on the line, they will.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever noticed that?
I have.
You say, why did he spot that there? And it makes it easier to officiate.
Yes, it does. I mean? You don't want to have to pull the chains out there.
Yeah, that's right.
To make it as simple as possible.
Okay, clock at 1:08. He did get out of bounds. You're going to leave it with his running back. And this guy is also a tough running back, number 5. And this, again, is Evans. So we've already seen 3 quality running backs on this Paul Bryant team.
Yes, sir. And all 3 of those guys are playing excellent football right now. Excellent.
And I'll just tell you this, and you can watch him yourself at the top of your screen, but 63 is a big-time player now.
Yes, sir.
He's playing the guard position, the left guard position, and you can see him right there in the middle. Pretty good football player.
And he's getting movement.
Yeah, there he goes. There he goes.
Wide open, and he
all
trips
the
up
way
on
to the 11-yard line. I think they need to call timeout. But now they'll get a timeout to set up the chain. But they need to be ready to play, and they're not. Unless they call timeout.
I don't think they are.
And he started the clock, and they're not ready. If I was folks over there on that side, I'd say, what in the world is going on? 20 seconds left.
20 seconds left. You have 2 plays.
No, hurry it off. 17 seconds left. They still haven't snapped the ball. 14, 13. This one could be the last play of the half.
Jet sweep, and he falls
they
down.
Got in the middle. They're going to call
9
it.
seconds.
And they're going to kick the field goal, it looks like. They ran it to the middle of the field. And I do believe now, that unless they throw it in the end zone, that they'll kick it from here. But do they have a kicker that's been consistent? Right now, Zach, the kicker, is...
How about Stampede?
And they do call timeout. And we'll keep it right here. Of course, the all-season program is big with these football. Look at 63. Look at it. He's a giant. But, all-season workouts is very important. What do you think about the new rule now where a coach can actually go on the field with them the second week in June? These kids do not have much time to do anything but play football, do they?
Normally after spring practice, you get around 2 to 3 weeks off, and then you're back to some workouts.
And you know what the mamas and daddies said now? They said, son, you're out of school. We were going to go to the beach, but you got to play football.
Yeah, you're going to have to take one of those Memorial weekend trips.
I said you're going to throw it at the top of your screen.
And he's out there.
Great throwing catch. Man, oh, man. What a play. Damian Edwards, and that is number 28, or what is that? What number is he?
Damian Edwards.
It is right here. Watch this play. Look at that camera work. Look at that camera work.
Number 18.
See, that was Kendall Curry catching that ball from,
David Edwards.
I want to say 12 yards out. That was a big play in this football game, believe you me. The guy that scored a touchdown is holding, it looks like. Is that 18 holding?
Yes, sir. And it looks like that is Jackson Leach, the sophomore receiver that is.
Well, I've got Kendall Curry being number 18.
It is. Yeah, Leach is the kicker. Curry's the holder.
Oh, I got you. Leach is the kicker. Snap back, kicks it up. And did it go through?
I think so.
Yes, it did go through. So, with timeout on the field, there are 3 seconds remaining. Paul Bryant of Tuscaloosa is stunning. I would say stunning right now. Wetumpka 21-13. And we'll leave it right here. AJ, proud Wetumpka running into a buzzsaw now. 87 is, I'm going to mention a few of these names when I see them.
Yes, sir.
Michael Richardson playing hard, 53. Want everybody to know who plays football. I'm big on that. Delaney Evans is number 53. Number 80 is Frederick Kemp. I want people out there to know who's working hard, who's sacrificing their time and their efforts to give us the most entertaining thing in the world.
Yes, sir.
Starting in September is high school football.
Yes, sir. And it takes a lot, it takes a lot of passion, a lot of effort just to play high school football.
No question about it.
Especially at the 6A, 7A level, you have 90 guys you got to compete with. I mean, it's difficult.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're enjoying the football tonight from Troy, Alabama. The annual Spring Football Classic brought to you by Troy Cable and, of course, Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Also, Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep on the bypass. We appreciate all of our supporters and hope that you'll go by and tell them how much you enjoyed this football classic from Troy, Alabama. Mike Amos along with A.J. Johnson. AJ, it really now is not turning out the way you thought it would do because quickly, before we got it turned around, Wetumpka scored 2 touchdowns and led 13-0, and we just you sort of relaxed. But you know what? You know what? 21 points later, Wetumpka leads 21-13 right here at half.
And I think it's a wake-up call. I think that this is one of those things where you have to realize something, and you'll get your head straight.
Of 2019. At 11:30 in the morning, we'll have
talking about the teams that are coming in here tomorrow.
Versus the Robert E. Lee General.
Here at Trustful and Robert E. Lee go at it at 11:30.
Those are 2 really good programs right there.
At 3 p.m., Cordova, the Wind Devils, I never heard that, versus W.S. Neal. And 6:30 tomorrow night, Packers, the Colbert County Packers,
Mississippi Wildcats
against the Meridian, Mississippi Wildcats.
Scheduled for tomorrow. Again, concession stands are open on both the east and west sides, and your patronage will be appreciated.
No question about it. But those are 3 pretty good football games, ladies and gentlemen, especially the night game. Hey, AJ, you might want to come down here and see this. Considered one of the top football teams in the state of Georgia, Colquitt County, Georgia. Of course, Russ Prost was a longtime coach there.
Yes, sir.
Versus Meridian, Mississippi, and they've always have a very good team. And that's at 6:30 tomorrow night right here at the stadium. But again, that early game was here at Trustful and Robert E. Lee. You're going to see some of the best talent in high school football in Alabama, won't you?
Yeah, these 9 games Troy's put on here, this has been excellent. We've seen a lot of great athletes, a lot of great teams, and excellent coaches.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what we're waiting on. Have they already gone ahead and conceded that 3 seconds? They have. They went ahead and conceded the 3 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. So we're at halftime of this football game. And I tell you what, we're getting some great work from Corey Laird and from Shalonda, really Shalonda Rainey is doing a super job. And the guy running things is Scott Westfall, and we appreciate Scott so very much. He's a Oregon guy. And AJ, you know the biggest sport in Oregon, don't you?
Oh, it's football.
Well, you know, Auburn opens up with Oregon, the Ducks.
Yes, sir. That's going to be an interesting game.
And maybe they won't wear such an ugly uniform, but they're known for their ugly uniforms. But, you know, growing up and of course you can see us now, growing up in Oregon, the sport that is so famous out there is track. Okay. You ever heard of a guy named Prefontaine?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's who they all sort of worship because he's such a great athlete, and he was just a hero to everybody. He was killed in a car wreck years ago, but they still have Prefontaine's name is all over the state of Oregon. Of course, you know, they got a pretty nice cut and sew business out there called Nike.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, Nike, you know, is right there where Oregon is. So the reason they've got so many uniforms is Nike gives them to them. You know?
Use the resources you have.
And if they all come out in bright yellow shoes, I probably will have that swish on it. You know, they're trying to go back with the word Nike, but I think they ought to just stay with the swish.
Yeah, I stay with the swish. It's simpler, you know.
Yeah. Of course, AJ works with this Wetumpka team, and I tell you, I have been real impressed with both teams. Now, Wetumpka has a big coaching staff. Now, the team that was in here the other night to play Charles Henderson, and of course, you know, the way that you remember it is what kind of golf clubs you use. But we were talking about Callaway. Callaway High School of LaGrange brought in 180 people. Wow. And they had 14 assistant coaches. Okay. But, you know, I'm looking here at Wetumpka, and y'all are about the same way.
Yeah, we have around 8 varsity coaches, but we use our 5 ninth grade coaches as well in the press.
Something that does disappoint me, y'all didn't bring your cheerleaders. I don't know why.
Didn't bring the band either.
They're gone to the beach.
Probably.
Well, a lot of these schools are already out of school. And
yeah, we have graduation this Monday, so a lot of our cheerleaders
head trainers,
are
and very important to have a head trainer, Brent Benson and Cody Arant. They got about 6 student trainers. The band director is Jason Warnick. Now, I can remember far back when Wetumpka and Eclectic used the same band.
Yes, sir.
At one time, if Eclectic played at home, or what's the county there?
Elmore County.
Elmore County played at home. The mixed band from Wetumpka and Eclectic, or the county. What was the county again? What county is Eclectic in?
Elmore County.
Elmore County, I'm sorry. At Wetumpka, if they played at Wetumpka, the band played at Wetumpka. And I remember we used to play Wetumpka years ago, and Wetumpka would come out and they'd have the Indian headdress. You know, had the headdress, and it was a great band back those days. Truman Welch.
Oh, yes.
Truman Welch was a great band director. Look at this right here, what they're doing here, down in the ground. Look at this. And they're putting on a show down there across the way. That's a halftime entertainment. I think there's one lady sitting right there in the middle. Most of the fans are on this side of the field because it was more convenient. But again, Truman Welch had that great band that played not only at Wetumpka games, but would play at Elmore County games. Yes, and of course, Truman Welch followed Johnny Long to Robert E. Lee of Montgomery and was a longtime assistant with him in Montgomery. And then Truman Welch followed Johnny Long, the great Johnny Long, the bandmaster of the Sound of the South here in Troy. He was his assistant, one of his assistants for years. So remember that name, Truman Welch. What a great man he was. And the tradition of Wetumpka football goes way back, and a fine program. But now, Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep is one of the brand new car dealers in Troy.
Yes, sir.
And of course, in Ram Trucks, it's a wonderful place to buy a vehicle. So they'll beat anybody's price, I promise you. And I'll tell you something else about them. You buy a new car or truck from Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep, and they're going to put $200 in a box, and when that box gets full, they're going to give it to the elementary schools here in Troy and Pike County. He's already given, and he hasn't even been here but a little over a year, he's already given $70,000 to the school systems of Pike County, which I think is wonderful gesture on his part.
Yes, sir.
And we appreciate Jason. I hope you're watching tonight. And, of course, we appreciate Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, one of the largest truck lines in America. And, ladies and gentlemen, they're right now looking for drivers, and they're going to give you a $1,000 bonus. And if you're in the military, they're going to give you a $1,200 bonus to join their team driving trucks across the country with Wiley Sanders Truck Lines right here in Troy. And we appreciate them so very much, and we appreciate all of our sponsors for this week's football classics. And ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't stop here. Tomorrow morning, we got Robert E. Lee. Lee has got all kinds of athletes.
Yes, sir.
Then,
Coach Rogers does an excellent job at Lee. Actually, Wetumpka played them last year in the same game. So.
Yeah, and of course, they're, like all you got to do is look at the University of Alabama and see how many players that they got from Robert E. Lee. And, of course, Tyrone Rogers is the head coach. And the head coach for Hewitt Trustful is Josh Floyd. Now, they had a young quarterback last year named Tyson. And Tyson, who was the grandson of Paul Bryant, the former coach at Alabama, he left early and went to Tuscaloosa, and right now is one of the backup quarterbacks at the University of Alabama, and he played his high school football right here at Hewitt Trustful. So good program, two good ones right there.
And they're both 7A programs.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And then, of course, 7A programs. And you look down right here, and you can tell how many kids play for Wetumpka. But I would also encourage you to come out early and see Cordova, North Alabama, playing W.S. Neal of Bruton. And that's always a good traditional rivalry. And Colquitt County, Georgia, not a real big town, but they have a great football program. Rush Probst built that program, and they'll be playing Meridian, Mississippi, and that's a big school in Mississippi. So it should be some real battles right here on this playing field.
Yes, sir.
I told you earlier they're going to take this rug up and put a new rug down, but they've had so many events here. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow morning, or started tonight, is the Special Olympics. Over 1,500 athletes from across the state of Alabama is here in Troy for the 13th annual Special Olympics that has been held in Troy. And so while football is going on here, the track will be full of thousands of young athletes. And if you've never been to and seen these guys perform, and it's probably as heartfelt as you'll ever get when you see these Special Olympics kids. They'll bring their mamas and their daddies, their brothers and their sisters, their grandmamas and their granddaddies, their aunts and their uncles, and a bunch of friends will come with them. So there'll be, I would say, close to 10,000 people in Troy tomorrow with the Special Olympics. And one thing about it, they not only have a program on during the track day, I want you to hear this, they have a dance. They put on a dance at the Trojan Arena Saturday night, and then the next morning they continue. So it's 2 days of a lot of fun with these young special athletes. So, but they need volunteer help. If you're around and you're watching today, drive to Troy tomorrow, and you'll receive a blessing, no question about it. AJ, what is do you think Wetumpka's got to do? Right now, they cannot stop this running attack of Paul Bryant.
Well, I think the first thing, I think we got to start scoring some points. I think our offensive line can do a little bit of a better job. I understand they're young, but I do think that this spring practice is a good opportunity for those guys to get better, and that's what they're doing. At some point, we're going to have to be able to stop that defensive line that Paul Bryant has. And also, we got to quit with the mental mistakes we're making on defense in terms of busted coverages, D linemen not making tackles. But those are mistakes you see in spring.
Yeah, no question about it.
So I think those are things that can easily be fixed at halftime, or they can be fixed over the summer. So there's no worry.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, it's been quite a game, and we're going to recap the first half. It didn't take long for Wetumpka to get on the board. Paul Bryant actually drove all the way on a long run to the 10-yard line where Wetumpka stopped them on the first series of the game. Then Wetumpka gets the football and rams it down their throats. And with 8:06 to go in the first quarter, Wetumpka led 7-0. And with 4:22 remaining in the first quarter, Thomas scored from 2 yards out, and the extra point was missed, so they led 13-0. Now, when Paul Bryant came back with 3 consecutive touchdowns, a 3-yard touchdown by Lucky, the kick was good, a 3-yard touchdown by Hinton, the extra point was good, and with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they had an 18-yard pass from quarterback Edwards to his receiver Kendall Curry.
Looks like we're going to have 1st and 10 for the Indians. Looks like freshman quarterback Robert Rose III is coming out there, quarterback for the first time in the game.
And what's his name again?
That was Robert Rose III.
Robert Rose III.
And I believe you have your same set of offensive linemen and same set of receivers.
Yeah, look at that front. Boy, that's a fine-looking front for Paul Bryant.
I believe that's the same front.
Fumbles, and Paul Bryant has it.
Paul Bryant.
Buddy, this is going to turn this.
Snap.
No question about it. The guy that got it, and they're talking to him right now about sportsmanship. And that was number 33. Is that right, 33?
Yes, sir.
I want to say that is Jordan Archibald Willows. Jordan Archibald Willows, if he's number 33.
I think there was some type of miscommunication on the handoff between Rose and Allen. But that goes back to spring practice.
Yeah, Titus Lagoon is wide out at the bottom of the screen. Again, those great running backs, and here goes the quarterback, and he's going down. Good defense.
Tackle made by number 86, which is P.J. Murkison.
That was Al Chipman Jr., the ball carrier, and he goes nowhere. But this could be a big, big break for Paul Bryant against a powerful Wetumpka team. They got a chance to go up by 2 touchdowns here. They're going to leave it with his running back, and he's getting good positive yards. And let me tell you, number 5, Jordan Evans, is showing me that they've got 3 top-notch running backs.
They do.
And a big line to run behind. Look at number 71.
Looks like their running game is going to be very potent come season.
71 is a guy named Emmanuel Mendelo.
All right, so 3rd down and 10 for Paul Bryant.
And there goes that number 5. He's trying to get outside.
2 people to beat. Looks like he's going to get tackled by...
Exactly right. But he got 7 quick yards.
Jamarquez Lee, number 8.
57's coming in. 52's coming in on defense.
That was an excellent open field tackle by him. I believe it's now going to be 4th down and 4 for Paul Bryant, possibly bringing out their field goal kicker.
That's Gill, and number 52 is Nolan. Number 44 is in there. Now they're going to set up and kick a field goal. If good, it'll be a 33-yard field goal attempt. And Wetumpka tried to block one earlier. It's live.
It's live, and it is.
And he got it up and in, I think. Up and in. Beautiful kick.
And the field goal is good. A 33-yard field goal by number 83, Jackson Leach.
Jackson Leach kicks a 33-yard field goal, and they go up by 2 scores, by 11. So a big kick there. Paul Bryant 24, Wetumpka 13. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.
From the creators of Live PD, real heroes, real rescues. Live Rescue, new series, Mondays at 9 on A&E.
The road to riches can be bumpy. The Texas Flip and Move teams buy houses for pennies on the dollar. Yes. Move them and flip them. See how these homes are hauling in the profit. All new Texas Flip and Move, Friday night at 9 on DIY Network.
Are you a driver trainee just finishing school and want to drive an automatic truck? Then call Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Right, Fuzzy? We have automatic trucks. That's right. And we will reimburse you for your driver training. No pets? Not at Wiley Sanders.
No pets allowed. No pets allowed, but that's not true at Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. When a truck driver comes in to have his truck serviced and he's got a pet, well, they've got a kennel there to take care of the needs of the doggy that everybody loves.
Looks like we have Rose back out here again.
And he's going to run it. He's got a little room. He's got room. It has a face mask. Did they get it?
No, they're not going to call it.
They should have called that one. They missed it.
That is an 8-yard gain for Robert Rose III.
And, buddy, here comes pizza in here, come drinks in here. Brother, you are my best buddy, and I appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, a hot pizza from Domino's.
That'll now be 2nd down and 2 for the Indians.
Exactly. If you hear me chomping, ladies and gentlemen, it's because I'm hungry. And here he is. That was an excellent play there.
Caught by Stone Minifield. Minifield's going to run. He's going to keep going.
Going to get his first down.
Ooh, there we go. And it was hit out of bounds, and there was no call.
No question about it. 55 was in there for Paul Bryant, and his name is Chris Jenkins. 93's in there, and he's a fine-looking player. Austin Owens Jr. Gosh, he's number 37 is in the game for Paul Bryant. Quincy Southall. We're going to try to pick out some of these numbers to make sure everybody knows who's in the game and who's on the team. Another great play. And what a defensive play. What a run. What a run.
Way to stay up on that.
You got to hand it to that number 74 right there. And he's not listed for some reason, but boy, he made a good play. 61 is in the game. That is Cameron Owens.
That was about 5 yards on the Rose keeper. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
Number 15 is Austin Love, a junior defensive back on Paul Bryant. You're right, it's a fine-looking young quarterback.
Carried to Josh Allen.
That's a big hole.
And he's going to game around. He'll get stopped up around the 45-yard line of Wetumpka. That'll be a 1st down and 10.
And I had 21. What did you?
Number 21 for Wetumpka. That's Josh Allen.
Number 21, Joshua Allen.
Coming in now is
I'm looking at the wrong one. I'm sorry.
Is another Wetumpka quarterback. Is Gage Parquette lined up at slot receiver.
Well, good running, and they've got it 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line.
Snaps.
3:33 left to play in the quarter.
Passes out to Sagers.
And he's going to go down.
He's going to be stopped around the 49, 50-yard line.
Pass is complete out to the right.
Roughly a 5-yard gain.
42 was on the tackle, Jacqueline Fowler.
Correction, number 20, Willie Sagers on the reception.
Number 4, of course, the quarterback is Saj Parate, Gage Parate is the name. A little bit of a different name, and he is a quarterback, 6'1", 185-pound senior. They're getting the play from the, we've got an
Looks like the
injured player or
Indians are
something.
trying to swap out quarterbacks.
And now they're letting that clock run, and with this third quarter just flown by. I think they have a running clock going on. 17 comes
So
in
now
the game.
we have Brandon Bowman coming in at quarterback.
And Bowman
out.
is the quarterback. So a lot of time has been spent right here. They got a new rule. What do you think about this? 40 seconds between plays. There's a good run, but a great defensive play.
There's 0 yards in that carry.
What is that guy's number?
Is it
42?
42, yes, sir.
Buddy, what a play by that young man. That's Jacqueline Fowler. 5'8", 132. Not big, but he showed he could tackle out there, I promise you. Again, the clock is moving. 1:58 left to play in the third quarter. Need a big play here. I'll call it 3rd and 4. I would think this is 4-down territory for the Indians, and that is going to keep it. And he's going to get plenty of running room. He's all the way to the 30-yard line. They can knock him out. They're going to around the 32-yard line. Good run by Bowman, the quarterback, and they've got a first down with 1:25 left to play here in the third quarter. It's Paul Bryant of Tuscaloosa, Alabama in white, and the Wetumpka Indians in black. And both teams have played well tonight. Right now, Paul Bryant has an 11-point lead, but Wetumpka's making some things happen right now offensively. Bowman's the quarterback. They jump, and they're going to get 5 free ones.
That'll be 5 yards towards the
I will tell you, they could almost do that every play. And because kids, they get so involved with coming off the ball, you know.
Right. You want
they
to
don't watch the ball. The defensive lineman needs to watch the ball.
Yeah.
Against the Stampede.
A well-disciplined Wetumpka team. You notice their sideline is very well disciplined. Big play here. He left it with his running back. He got stopped. 77 was there with no name. And another guy, number 53, was there. And that was Delaney Evans. A herd of the Paul Bryant Stampede. And it knocks them back to the 25-yard line.
So now it's going to be 2nd down and 8.
That's right. They've got to go to the Paul Bryant 17-yard line, and that's where it stands as we end the third quarter play with the score. Paul Bryant of Tuscaloosa 24, Wetumpka 13. We'll be back to Veterans Memorial Stadium in Troy, Alabama for Spring Football Classic 2019.
Are you a driver trainee just finished in school and want to drive an automatic truck? Then call Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Right, Fuzzy? We have automatic trucks. That's right. And we will reimburse you for your driver training. No pets? Not at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. At Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we thought of everything. We thought of the kennel for your fuzzy friend. Right, Fuzzy? Tell them about it. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, Troy, Alabama. Come drive for the best today. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Tell them, Fuzzy.
330 foot pursuit.
All right, second.
330 foot pursuit.
Back to play here at Veterans Stadium. My mama always told me not to talk with my mouth full, but I can't help it, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Domino's Pizza in the booth, and boy, it's good. Number 53 for Wetumpka is injured.
Rose drops back.
He's got him across the middle.
Rose throws it, overthrows. Intended receiver was Howell Johnson.
Third and about 7 for the Wetumpka Indians.
I tell you, this guy, this ninth grader, 44, Matthew Porter, has really played well, especially because since he's a young player. Third and a long 8. The quarterback is still Perete. He's in trouble. When he gets out of trouble, he got all kinds of running room. He is going to get his first down inside the 15.
Roughly a 10-yard carry by Robert Rose.
Now, who was that quarterback?
Robert Rose, the third, number 16.
Oh, number 15.
16. 16.
16, Robert Rose. Okay, I'm sorry. That's that young quarterback.
Yeah, Wetumpka's playing 3 different quarterbacks. They've used Rawls, they've used Bowman, and they've used Rose.
That's right. Rawls was very effective, too, I thought.
And thinking about that, he only played two drives, I believe.
21 is in the game. That's Joshua Allen. They are well executed. He's going to turn the corner. He got room. He got room. He's headed for the corner.
And he will run him over and touchdown. Wetumpka. That is Stone Minifield with a 14-yard carry for the Indian touchdown.
Very well executed. When he turned the corner, they had the angle blocks.
Here we are on the replay.
You're right.
And what was great about that, watch him, he lowered his shoulders and runs the guy over.
Oh, yeah.
No run out of bounds, he runs him over. That's how you play football.
Luther Watkins is a freshman, 5'11", 145. He ain't bigger than that. That's wrong weight, I'm sure. Big 2-point conversion here, big one.
Rose drops back for a pass.
He's going to throw, now he's going to run.
He's going to run it. Out of the hands of Rodarius Anthony.
Threw it behind the receiver, looked like to me.
It's just a tad bit behind him.
So, with timeout on the field, the score, Paul Bryant 24, Wetumpka 19. We'll be back to Veterans Stadium in just a moment. Here's a replay.
To recap the score, it was a 14-yard.
You can see this ball looked like it was behind him. He was running out.
Yeah, I can tell.
The attendant, number 13 was the intended receiver, Pruitt, Marlon Pruitt, at number 13.
Well,
we'll keep it right here. Now they got to change fields because it's run score, the game's almost over.
Yeah. Well, I don't believe Wetumpka get the ball back. Looking at the way the clock's moving, I think this will be a couple plays by Paul Bryant. I think we'll call it the game.
Good kick. This guy's a good kicker. And lands on the 4-yard line. They'll play it at the 20. Pick up some of these younger guys. 41. Austin Turner comes in the game. 35 is LaCarron Lon Leonard. Kenny Cole, Chris Congo, Quadell Young, Jacob Thrasher, Willie Burks, Austin Turner, Darrell Cook, Lamarius Jackson, Zach Rendell, Shade Bowling, Jalen Thomas, Antonio Jordan, Tabar Smith, Denzel Sturlis, Abraham Preston, and Steve Nolan. Those are some of the guys that play on this Wetumpka team. Trying to turn the corner, and he does. Gets positive yardage up to about the 25-yard line. And try to pick up some of these guys, if you will, AJ. We want everybody to know who plays football. Jackson Leach is now a wide playing defense.
Leach is lined up at
52's in the game for Wetumpka. And that is,
Stephen Nolan.
The wrong one. Yeah, Stephen Nolan.
As handoff, that tackle is made by number 32, Wetumpka, Jared Rose.
Well, that was a big play here.
Income in is Jalen Thomas, number 47.
And 79.
And 79, Luke Flucher.
Yeah. Jamari Young, number 81. Davis is
correction, number 24. Titus Lagunas.
Jamari Young is in the game. Julian Jackson, Boone Westbrook.
And
he is close to a first down. But
I believe he'll have it.
They like to go to that line, and I believe he got enough of that line for the first down. Wait a minute, the way he spotted it.
That's a fourth.
That's going to be close.
I think that's going to be a fourth and
27 is in the game for, that's Trey Seaborn. 85 is playing the defensive back. And that's Brady Boyd, Rodriguez Murkison, Alex Lundell. Big tackle.
And he is stopped by Jalen Thomas. Wetumpka will get 4th down.
And that was on the 47-yard line. Jalen Thomas is junior, 5'10", 225. And, buddy, he rocked him. 45 is in the game.
It is now Wetumpka football.
Zach Grendel, the kicker, who is coming out, is defense that did his job.
And it will be 1st and 10 Indians on the Paul Bryant 29-yard line.
Willie Berg is number
27-yard line.
Jacob Thrasher, Cordell Young, Chris Kondo, Kenny Cole, LaCarrion Leonard, Trey Tucker. These are some of the guys that represent this football team at Wetumpka High School. Number 80 is Jamari Young. Gabe McCain is 70. Joshua Petrie, 71. They're going to leave it with a running back, and he goes. And look at that gain tackler. Blow the whistle, guys.
Running back's number 23, Avery Thomas.
And again, that big guy was in there, too. Good defense by the...
Very good defense.
42 is in the game. That is Jacqueline Fowler. Antonio Mack is a player for Bear Bryant. Paul Bryant.
Snaps.
And they're going to leave it with a running back.
Keep it, and he is going to fall down. Maybe a loss of 1 yard. 3rd and 11 now.
Number 53 was in the ball game, and that was Delaney Evans, Keontae Jemison, Josh Camby, Beska Williams, Chris Jenkins, Jacob Breen, Delaney Evans. Some of these players represent this team tonight. He's going to throw it. He got him wide open in the middle.
He throws it deep. And that is a touchdown, Indians.
Touchdown, Indians on a big, big pass play.
That is caught by number...
Now, what do you tell?
Is that 80? Yes, that is number 80, Jamar Young.
It was a great effort. Number 73 comes out of the game.
He's a 5'8", 160-pound
Bobby Mitchell, offensive guard, 5'11", 270. 81's coming into the game. That's Derek
And
Smith.
you can tell there's energy on the Wetumpka sideline. You can hear the yelling from here.
I don't blame you. Number 60 comes in here. Also one of the big linemen for Wetumpka. And we don't have him listed. Number 40 is in the game. That is Willie Burks. And it's a big point out of the touchdown right here. High snap. He kicks it up and in.
Good.
Good kick by the left-footed kicker. And now with timeout on the field, it's 1:02 remaining. Wetumpka 26, Paul Bryant 24. Can Paul Bryant get it and go down the field? I don't believe they don't have enough time because it's a moving clock. So it looks like to me, AJ, your team has pulled it out.
Yeah, we did.
Boy, what a ball game. Of course, you get a little fired up, don't you?
Just a little bit.
Well, hey, you wouldn't be rooting for your team if you didn't.
You wouldn't be.
You could fire me up, man, I tell you.
But what a great way to end spring training for both teams. I mean, this was a great football game.
Oh, yeah.
26-24. I think both teams will have a really successful season. Both can probably make very deep playoff runs.
Everybody expects Wetumpka to be good every year. Paul Bryant has not been good every year, but they're going to be good this year, I promise you.
I believe
With
so.
those three running backs and Lucky.
But one of the special things about high school football is you never really know, you know.
And 4 Hinton. Those are 3 very good football players.
Yes, sir.
Lucky, Hinton, and what's my other guy? 5 Evans.
Evans, yes, sir. They can easily have 3,000-yard rushers right there.
They're going to give them 52 seconds, so let's see what happens. Number 1, Lucky is in the game. at the tailback position. So direct snap to Lucky. He's going to throw.
And we had a receiver that jumped off sides. It would not be called. And it will be intercepted by number 85.
And the game is over.
That'll be Bradley Bird, the sophomore from Wetumpka, playing corner.
And what a great effort.
And that will probably be the ball game.
Brady
Less
Boyd.
than 35 seconds left to go. Wetumpka 26, Carl Bryant 24.
And some exciting, happy guys. That'll be a good trip home for the Indians back to Montgomery.
You know, way to end the game after a sluggish start in the second quarter.
No question about it. No question about it. And
you always like to end on
You're right. Don't tell me. I don't care whether it's in fiddly sticks. Hey, people out there want to win the game, and that's exactly what Wetumpka has done. Is they've come in here and had to come back down by 11, and they've come back to win the game 26-24. All they got to do is hit a knee, and that's the end of the ball game.
There won't be another
Final score: Wetumpka 26, Paul Bryant 24. And congratulations, young man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You were part of a winning team, and of course, ladies and gentlemen, both of these teams should be congratulated on the quality of the way they play. Very little penalties in this game.
For a spring game, that's kind of strange.
And another good thing, not a lot of injuries that we know of,
yes, sir.
Which is good. Of course, Wetumpka in black and gold, they win the football game. It was a tough one. Yes, and I tell you what, again, teams all over the Tuscaloosa area, Birmingham area, you better look out for Paul Bryant. They're going to be tough.
Yeah, I think that is a playoff team.
What they probably need to work on some is their passing game, but right now their running game is really good.
Very good. I mean,
that big number 63, I hope we get him on film here. He's that big guy, and he is quite a player. His name is Jacob Brown, 6'3", 338, and he is a fine-looking football player. It would not surprise me if he won a D1 prospect. Go down on 63, right around the 50-yard line, sideline. Right, he just turned his back. That's a big, fine football player.
Yes, sir. And their entire offensive line is very good. Very good.
No question about it. They're going to be good. No question about it. And I know Coach Perry has to be awfully proud of his Wetumpka Indians coming back and making big plays when they had to. And, of course, they win the football game. And, yes, it's a jamboree, but, hey, it's a game between two competitive football teams. All I wanted to win. And, again, congratulations to
and then another thing for the Indians, you've lost a bunch of starters. You lost a bunch of offensive linemen. You lost some receivers, some DBs, and some linebackers. You know, and to come out here and to struggle a little bit, open your eyes, and to come away with a win, that's an excellent thing.
Well, Eldridge Hill really did a great job for Paul Bryant and getting his team ready, and at least 90 players on both teams. You can't ask for any better program than these two right here. And again, I'm sure both coaches feel very good about their football team. The running attack of Paul Bryant was excellent, and the passing attack was better on the Wetumpka side. Don't you agree?
Yes, sir, I do agree.
And, Coach, who's some of these big coaches right here? And, of course, these are some guys here. Number 8 played in the ball game for
defensive back.
And that is Jaquarius Lee. And we hope that, ladies and gentlemen, you enjoyed the game as much as we did. Brought to you by Troy Cable, their Spring Classic. They brought 18 teams in here. Of course, Coach Brad over at Charles Simpson High School, Brad McCoy, did a wonderful job of helping coordinate all this and getting all these teams in. And, of course, the work of Steve Kemp and his crew and Scott Westfall putting on a wonderful show tonight. Hey, all you guys, the great one, Corey Laird, was working the camera down low and did a great job. It's been a wonderful night, even though we had to wait. What time you got?
I have 9:56.
9:56, so it's right at 10 o'clock. This game was supposed to start at 7:30, and it started at 6:30. Started at 8 o'clock, I believe.
Yes, sir.
But it turned out that it was a very good game, the entire ball game, and hopefully you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you right here on Troy Cable. Again, thanks to Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep. Thanks to Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Anybody else we needed to mention here tonight? And we appreciate all of our support of high school football. Bondies of Enterprise was another group that we appreciate very much. Enterprise in Dothan. And again, AJ, it was a pleasure, my friend.
It was an honor.
And you did a great job.
Great time.
Again, as the Wetumpka Indians, they're happy as they're large, and that'll be a fun bus ride. And I can see Tuscaloosa. I can see this team from Paul Bryant having a good bus ride.
Yeah, I think both teams will be heading home with a smile on their face.
Final score 24-23, or no, 26-24.
Yes, sir.
Was the final score in favor of the Wetumpka Indians. Beautiful, no better venue in the world for high school football than high above Veterans Memorial Stadium right here in Troy for this football classic. Remember, tomorrow morning you've got 3 top-notch games to look forward to. Starting at 11:30, you've got Hewitt-Trussville of Birmingham, big 7A team, going against 7A Robert E. Lee. Then at 3 o'clock, you've got Cordova playing W.S. Neal. Cordova of Walker County playing W.S. Neal of Bruton. Pretty good. And then, of course, the big one is tomorrow night, 6:30 kickoff. Is Colquitt County High School of Georgia versus Meridian, Mississippi. Should be a great, great football game. Come early, enjoy the food. There's food galore out here. It's great atmosphere. See this beautiful university, Troy University. Maybe take a look at the Special Olympics that is going on. There'll be a lot of things going on, so come early. We've got great restaurants to eat at and a great football stadium to hold this classic, the 4th annual Spring Football Classic 2019. For A.J. Johnson, my friend.
Yes, sir.
And friend forever, A.J.
Yes, sir.
And the crew here, Scott Westfall and Miss Rainey and my good buddy Laird. All of these guys did a wonderful job. And Doty came miss out on him. But tomorrow is going to be a big day. Triple header starts at 11:30. Love to see you there. I'm Mike Amos. He's J.J. Jackson saying farewell from Veterans Memorial Stadium in Troy. But once again, the final score was Wetumpka 26, Paul Bryant 24. We'll see you tomorrow on Troy Cable's Football Classic 2019. Have a good one.
330 full pursuit.
All right, shotgun.
You can't, man.
Live PD, Friday and Saturday at 9 p.m. on A&E.
This is pretty.
I love it.
Beach house on the